Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. I am doing an eyeshadow tutorial for you guys. It cost me $4.88. This is the Nude. This is called the Color Workshop Nude Eyes. This was at Walmart. It is the 2017 collection right before Christmas. So I purchased this just to see if it works, how it transitioned, if it was pigmented or not. So I wanted to, I already did this eye look with it. Now, let me just, if you're curious to how to get this eye look that I'm actually wearing, that will be more at the end of the tutorial. But I do want to open this up and show you guys what it looks like. And I just want to tell you from the get-go, getting straight to the point, that these are not very pigmented eyeshadows. And if you are going to purchase this, I would purchase it for a beginner doing eyeshadow that needs to learn how to blend their shadows and do transition colors. Let me go ahead and pull this out. That need to learn how to blend their eyeshadows and do transition colors, because you will have to dip quite a few times. Now, the negative about this palette is that you have some beautiful, beautiful shimmers here, right? Now check this out. Now I'm going to show you guys something. Look at this. Okay, actually, you know what? That was a perfect example, because I rubbed it so much that I rubbed off that top layer of shimmer. It's a little bit on my finger. See, it's not very, very pigmented, but you can see that it's there. Okay, but look, okay, let me go to this one. Let me not rub so hard. This one is extremely, extremely shimmery. And when you see it on the finger, you're like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I barely touched it. But I did take off that top layer. I don't know if you can, I did take off that top layer by touching it. Now, when you take off that top layer, and just kind of take off the top layer, look how it looks now. You see what happens when you take off the top layer? It becomes more matte. It's almost like they put shimmer on top to give you the illusion that the whole eyeshadow is pigmented like that and it's shimmery, but it's not. Now, let me go ahead and swatch these real quick. I'm just going to take 3 fingers and go with three colors. Now, you see this beautiful, beautiful, it looks very vibrant in the pan, is my middle finger. And that doesn't look so vibrant. That is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So I did have to dip and dip and dip. And there, now you see the color, but that was after pushing it so many, many times. Let me go with the next 3 colors. I only have so many fingers, guys, okay? So I'm not gonna swatch them all. Really, really pretty, right? That was pushing really hard into the pan. Very, very nude. You can see they're not extremely, extremely pigmented like what it looks like there. So let's go ahead and dive into this eyeshadow look. If you guys want to achieve this look, once again, these are not pigmented eyeshadows. I would buy it for your teenager, or if you are just learning how to do eyeshadows, this is a good palette. Now, if you want a really good palette that's cheap and big, go to Morphe.com. They have their large palettes for like $23. They're all pigmented. If you don't want to order online, go to Sephora. Their Sephora collections eyeshadows are freaking amazing, and it's almost in a few weeks it will be Christmas, and they have their Christmas collections, which are really cheap. If you don't want to go to Sephora, you just want to go to your local drugstore, get Wet n Wild. It is cheap and it is very pigmented, but once again, for $4.88, hey, might as well try it. I'm gonna get to the tutorial right now. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the eyeshadows. I know that's what you guys are waiting for. I'm gonna go ahead and do this secret color as my transition color. Okay, now on my eyes, I do have more of a translucent eyeshadow primer, and I do have foundation on top of that to give me a nice clean white sleigh canvas, a nice canvas. There you go. This is my transition color today. This will help all of your eyeshadows just flawlessly blend together. So do you see a difference? Yes. It is a very, very, very light difference. At least I see a difference. Do you see a difference? Yes. It's a very, very light difference, but that's what we wanted. Very, very light color. I'm going to go ahead and go with the color right next to it. Right here. And I'm going to put that on top of that transition color. Let's see if it actually is pigmented. Does it show up? What do you guys think? Let's go with the darker color right next to it. This one's a little bit harder, so you kind of have to break the, you know, pat the pan a little bit harder. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just get some concealer, and I'm going to cut my crease a little bit here. And when I say cut crease, I mean I'm going to go ahead and apply a lighter shade into my crease and really define it. And typically when you do a cut crease, you want to have like a concealer or a very, very light shadow to kind of chisel out the shape. So I have a cut crease. I'm not going to do the entire crease. I'm going to do a half cut crease, and that is how you do a half cut crease. Now I'm going to go right on top of it. I'm going to go right on top of it with this lovely, lovely shimmery color here. I'm just going to get a regular, like, I don't know what you would call this kind of brush. A traditional eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to apply this right onto that cut crease area, and let's see if it really shows up. I'm going to try a different brush, see if it goes on easier like that, because that other brush is just not cutting it. Yeah, it does go on easier. I'm going to go ahead and take this smaller one, smaller fluffy brush, and just kind of blend that brown into that color. Make sure that they seamlessly kind of blend. Right next to it, it looks just like a matte cream, and use this for the highlight under my eyebrow here. To complete it, I'm going to go ahead and take this brown right here, this medium brown, and I'm just going to place it under my eye just to kind of smoke out my bottom lash line there a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and place the rest of my makeup on. I'm going to put my lashes and my eyeliner and show you guys the completed look. Okay, just wanted to turn on the camera and show you guys before I put the mascara and lashes on what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. What do you think? It looks much better, obviously, with the mascara, the eyeliner, and the eyelashes. But, I mean, I think the look turned out really, really pretty. Now, I do have to say once again, I think that this kit would be for beginners that are learning how to build eyeshadow. You know, how I layered and layered and layered. That is, that's building eyeshadow. And women or teenagers who are just starting to learn to play with makeup need to learn that technique first instead of just putting on a dark eyeshadow. So I would actually say for, I think it was, what, $5? $4.88. I know that the colors are not that pigmented, and you do have to dip in a lot, but it is a very good practice tool for someone who's just starting out. I think that it turned out really pretty on my eyes. Once again, let me get close up. I think it turned out really pretty, but it took much, much longer to do. If you are experienced with makeup, I would go buy maybe a Morphe palette. You get a huge palette for like $23. They are cheap. It's on Morphe.com, or even Sephora has their palettes, and all of those. Oh, you know what? Even Wet n Wild has like those long palettes, and they are all very, very pigmented. So if you are experienced with makeup and don't really want to spend too much, I would go with those 3 suggestions that I told you about, and try and go that way, because it's cheap and it's very pigmented. But for this, I would totally do this. I would buy this palette if you are buying for your daughter who's just starting to wear makeup like mine is. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a little bit longer than normal. If you could, please give this video a thumbs up. I am Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.